In the frozen wilderness of Antarctica, the long winter was finally coming to an end. The sun climbed higher into the sky each day, and its warm rays slowly began melting the endless fields of snow and ice. For the penguins, this was an important time of year. A large colony gathered together and began their journey toward the distant seashore. It was the season of mating, a time to build nests, raise chicks, and grow their families. Thousands of penguins waddled side by side, following the same path across the icy landscape. But among them was one small young penguin. Curious, adventurous, and a little stubborn. Instead of following the colony, he decided to explore his own way. At first, it felt exciting. While everyone else marched together, the little penguin wandered off in a different direction, happily discovering the world around him. He believed he knew exactly what he was doing. But after several hours of walking, everything looked the same. The snowy horizon stretched endlessly in every direction. The colony was nowhere to be seen. His family was gone. His friends were gone. And for the first time, the little penguin realized he was completely alone. The icy wind whispered across the frozen land as he searched desperately for any sign of his colony. Then, suddenly, crack! A sharp sound echoed beneath his feet. The ice trembled. Crack! 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 Long fractures raced across the frozen surface. The little penguin froze in fear. His heart pounded. He didn't know whether to run, jump, or stay still. Before he could decide, the ice beneath him broke apart. A large chunk separated from the frozen land and drifted away into the sea. The little penguin was trapped on it, helplessly floating farther and farther from home. The ocean waves carried the iceberg across the cold waters. The little penguin sat silently on the floating ice. His eyes filled with regret. Tiny tears rolled down his face. He thought about his family. He thought about his friends. He remembered the colony marching together. If only he had followed them. Night arrived. The temperature dropped sharply. The wind became colder. The little penguin shivered uncontrollably. There was no family to keep him warm. No friends to stand beside him. No shelter. No protection. Only endless darkness and freezing water. Exhausted and frightened, the little penguin slowly closed his eyes and drifted into sleep. The next morning, sunlight touched the ocean once again. The weather was surprisingly calm and gentle. The little penguin remained motionless on the tiny iceberg. The ice had become much smaller overnight. It was slowly melting away. No one knew if the penguin would survive. The waves continued pushing the iceberg forward. But fate had other plans. Closer and closer, until finally, land appeared. The tiny iceberg reached a sandy shoreline. On the beach, a family was enjoying the beautiful morning. A young boy suddenly pointed toward the water.
Look, there is a penguin.
Everyone turned around. Sure enough, a small penguin was lying motionless on a shrinking piece of ice. The boy's father immediately ran toward the shore. Carefully, he lifted the weak little penguin and carried him onto the beach. The family gathered around, watching, waiting, hoping. The little boy knelt beside the penguin. "Is he alive?" he asked.
He's so cute. Please help him, Dad.
Seeing the concern in his son's eyes, the father knew he had to try. He gently wrapped the penguin in a warm blanket. Then he carefully gave him water. Minutes passed. Nothing happened. Everyone waited nervously. Then, suddenly, the penguin moved. Just a little. The family gasped with excitement. A few moments later, the little penguin slowly opened his eyes. He was alive. The boy couldn't contain his happiness. He carefully picked up the penguin and hugged him tightly. The penguin looked confused. He didn't understand who these people were. He didn't understand what had happened. But he could feel something. Warmth. Safety. Love. And for the first time since getting lost, he felt okay. The family decided to care for the little penguin. They gave him food, shelter, comfort, and endless affection. The penguin never forgot the lessons he learned during his lonely journey. But he also discovered something wonderful. Sometimes, when all hope seems lost, life can surprise you with a second chance, a new beginning, and a new family. As the sun set over the beach, the little penguin stood beside the boy, looking out at the ocean. No longer lost. No longer alone. And finally, home.